Constable Stevenson died protecting others. She was answering the call of duty, something she had done every day when she went to work for 23 years.
It'll be remembered as one of the worst mass shootings in Canadian history. Now Nova Scotia is trying to pick up the pieces after a mass shooting incident which left at least 19 people dead, including Constable Heidi Stevenson, a mother of 2 and 23-year RCMP veteran. Today, the Prime Minister offered his condolences while underlining the important role that Mounties like Stevenson play in small towns.
Everyone knows a Mountie because they're everything from police officers to social workers to teen counselors. Now these communities are in mourning, and Canada is in mourning with them.
RCMP got the call just before midnight Saturday, dispatching officers to Portapique, a small community west of Truro, Nova Scotia. Responding Mounties found several victims inside and outside a home but couldn't find a suspect. Residents reported seeing multiple fires that night, and by Sunday morning, Mounties warned the public there was an active shooter driving what looked like an RCMP cruiser, wearing what looked like an RCMP uniform. Today, senior Mounties say there are at least 16 crime scenes and are expecting to find more victims.
We've been unable to fully examine the crime scenes because, for instance, we have had 5 structure fires, most of those being residences, and we believe there may be victims still within the remains of those homes.
It was Sunday that Constable Stevenson and Constable Chad Morrison were both shot in encounters with the suspect. Stevenson died of her injuries while Morrison has been discharged from hospital and is now recovering at home. Police finally stopped the suspect, 51-year-old Gabriel Wortman, just before noon Sunday at a gas station in Enfield, around 92 kilometers south of Portapique. Wortman was first said to be in custody before Mounties corrected that he died during an encounter with police. It's still not clear what motive Wortman had in this case or how he acquired a realistic RCMP uniform and car. While Mounties today say they believe the car and uniform were fakes, they're still not sure how he got them.
Some of it, most of which we think is replica. It wasn't actually an RCMP vehicle, but it was made to look identical to one. And we will trace back every part of that vehicle to find out how that happened, as well as with the uniforms.
Now, there's still much more that's not known about this case. There doesn't seem to be any pattern among the victims. Some were known to the suspect, while others were not. And it's not clear how many more victims could possibly be recovered from the 16 crime scenes that Mounties are currently attending. RCMP promises that there could be further answers later in this week. In Ottawa, Xiaoli Li, City News.